What's good, everybody? It is your boy Tony the Savant back again. Hope everybody's having a good to great day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you pull up to the video. If y'all don't mind, man, swing by the Instagram page, Tony the Savant. Give your boy a follow as I'm dropping exclusive content over there. We'll be going live a little later today to talk about some college March Madness. Also, swing by the Twitter as we are in the Twitter spaces doing our thing. I'll be going live over there as well. We're going to talk about some boxing on Twitter this morning. Also, the Facebook page, the headquarters, um, where I drop all of the daily updates of what's going on with the Tony Savant brand. If y'all don't mind, swing over there. Got the One of One Facebook show. I'll be going live on the book today. We got some things to talk about in the football world. And lastly, but not least, of course, the home, the hub, the YouTube page right here. If y'all don't mind, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel, as well as dropping your comments in the comment section, man. As you all's input, your perspectives, definitely move the needle as far as, sometimes it changes my mind. Sometimes y'all give me things and aspects of a particular topic that I probably didn't think of. And so it always gives me an opportunity to, not get too stubborn in my ways, one, but also an opportunity to look a little deeper, investigate into a particular headline or topic. And, if y'all drop a comment that I didn't realize and I was wrong or I had a wrong perception of something, you know what I mean? That's what I appreciate from my people in the comment section. As we're going to talk about a subject today that surrounds just that, because I was hollering at my big homie, and we was talking about some Chicago Bears football, and all of the drama surrounding Justin Fields, the number one pick. If you've been watching, if you're an NFL fan, you've been seeing some things unfold. As of recently, within a week's time, Justin Fields was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it had immediately made everyone, assume, rightfully so, I would say. Sorry, I'm making my coffee. Anyway, it made everyone assume that the Chicago Bears would be pursuing the services of Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is a USC quarterback, prodigy, Heisman winner. As far as this class of quarterbacks that's coming out of college football right now, some would argue that he is the best of an elite class of quarterbacks joining the NFL this year, or next season, I should say. So there's been a lot of drama, as you can imagine. You got this football team that is newly removed from, well, I should say you have a football player who was promised to be the central piece in the rebuild in Justin Fields. You have the team that promised that Justin Fields would be the central piece in the rebuild in the Chicago Bears. And then you have this generational talent that could possibly be the central figure of a championship team in Caleb Williams. Also, we should mention that the Chicago Bears have made some very interesting moves in the free agency to as far as acquiring. The biggest splash to me is acquiring Keenan Allen, an elite receiver, formerly of the Los Angeles Chargers. Has joined the Chicago Bears, I believe, in a trade. So, in addition to last season, I believe they acquired DJ Moore, another elite receiver who just had a career year with the Chicago Bears, I believe. I just want to say that the Chicago Bears initiated this rebuild and now are at the point where they're essentially putting the final pieces together. They're making the final big decisions. And I'm not sure if Caleb Williams is the decision or the player that they should go with. And I'm glad that I woke up this morning and as I was doing my research, I ran into this particular article that potentially alleviates the Bears of being forced to go with Caleb Williams as far as, a quarterback out of this draft. Now, I say all of that to say that I do believe that Caleb Williams is talented. I believe that as far as what I've seen from Caleb Williams, he's worth, the hype. Outside of his diva attitude in some comments, I'm going to say this. I haven't heard Caleb Williams, but there are some rumors surrounding Caleb Williams that bring to concern. I haven't really even heard the kid talk much himself, as far as me as a fan of the game. Outside of his post-game interviews, I haven't been paying a lot of attention to Caleb Williams as of late. I have been paying attention to the drama, as far as the NFL teams making their moves or whatnot in order to put themselves in a position to potentially get this kid services. But it wasn't until the Chicago Bears were, solidified as the team with the number one draft pick and, the picture started clearing out a little bit after the last year's season finished up, that I really started paying attention to the kid, closely. And what I can see from him is that he's a bit of a diva. Apparently he wants NFL state ownership. I don't know how real that is. Just going off what I heard from him. And if that's the case, I'm not excited about the Chicago Bears drafting this kid. And this is me as a Packers fan. You know what I mean? Me as a Packers fan from the city of Chicago. I say all that to say is that, yes, the Bears are my team's number one rival. But as a Chicagoan, I don't hate the Bears. You know what I mean? I won't even go as far as to say I support them like I support the Dallas Cowboys. I can't say that I do that. I will say that I don't hate the Bears in that if they were to do good, I wouldn't be upset with it as a Chicagoan. I wouldn't cheer for them. I wouldn't buy a jersey all of a sudden. I'm still down with the Packer Nation. That's my gang, my crew, my clique. But as a sports journalist, as a sports fan, there, I can separate my emotions from from the art. And so what the Chicago Bears administrative team has been putting together has been nothing short of art. To believe that their GM, the guy Orlando Pools, I've heard his name a few times, but I'm not 100% familiar with his work. But he's been making some moves, some very impressive moves. Like I say, I would compare to art. Sorry guys, 1 second. Let me send this text. I would compare it to art as far as what he's doing out there in Chicago. So all that to say, I would hate for Pools to have made all of these moves, done all of this work, and then Caleb Williams turns out to not work out. I would be upset at that as a sports journalist, as somebody that's been following this particular headline. Caleb Williams, again, like I say, comes off a little bit to me as a diva. Is he worth the trouble? That's the next, question I have, because the media, man, you cannot depend on the media. All right, y'all. Y'all gotta come rock with your boy. All right, please, because the media is gonna set. They usually set these kids up for failure when they do this overhyped stuff. I've seen this movie over and over and over and over and over again, when it's getting old, to be frank. The most recently I can think of course, there's been a few kids in between, but the most recent situation I could think of was Zion Williamson, and how they just was hyping this kid up. And then Zion comes into the league, has a few, rough patches, a little turbulence to begin his career, but now the kid is looking like the generational talent that we expected him to be. It took a few seasons. And so that's where I'm at with Caleb Williams. He does look like a generational talent. He does look like, the next up. He does like the best prospect on paper. But I do believe that it's going to take Caleb Williams a few seasons at best. And if nothing else, it's going to take him a minute. If he has the talent, the intangibles on the field, it's going to take him a minute to develop the tangibles, the maturity necessary to be a franchise quarterback, leader of an organization. Ultimately, the no pun intended, commander of his brand. Because these guys oftentimes ruin their brands just by being divas and all that kind of stuff. One example I can think of is Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was the number one receiver all over Madden, all over commercials and all that stuff at one point. And just somewhere along the way, he began tarnishing his brand. So I would hate for that for Caleb Williams. But again, like I said, it's still early for this kid. On paper, I love him, but as far as what I need to see from him is going to determine to me as far as how I'm evaluating this kid, if he is worth the trouble or not. Reports are out there that the Washington Commanders are looking to make a move and make a trade for him. So I'm interested to see what they can do. As the New England Patriots, the Giants, I believe there's another team, the Chargers, I believe, was looking to probably even trade Justin Herbert and get into the quarterback mix. So, it's a lot of good names in the draft. And there's a lot of teams, doing a lot of shaking and moving, trying to put themselves in a position to get one of these kids. I'm a big fan of Drake May. I love the kid from LSU, Jalen Daniels. Also, I'm a big fan of Michael Penix. And I believe all of these guys would be eligible for the NFL draft this season. So, kudos to these teams doing what they got to do. Washington has probably the most interesting situation as they have the number 2 pick behind the Chicago Bears. And so the Chicago Bears are looking to possibly, nothing was for sure as far as the reports I was reading. The Chicago Bears are possibly looking to move the number 1 draft pick to either the Washington Commanders or to another team, but on the article was discussing the Washington Commanders. The Bears switch out the number 1 pick for them and go with another guy like Drake May, which I like that move as well. Like I say, excuse me. I like Drake May. I like Drake May on the paper. I like all these kids coming out of the draft as far as the quarterbacks right now, at least the top prospects. So if the Bears do that, I'm not mad at that move either. I would just hope, again, that move would move the needle. It would actually be the move that they need to make to move this franchise forward, because the Bears have been abysmal since I've been born, bro. So it's just, I'm more so looking at it like in 2005, how old was I? Just getting out, still in high school. But, just watching the Bears and remembering how hyped up the city of Chicago was when the Bears went to the Super Bowl. No, that was 2006. Yeah, I had just gotten out of high school. So it was beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see Chicago when it comes together, just like in 2016 as well, when the Chicago Cubs won. It was beautiful to see the city unite and light up and come together for something like that. So I would love to see the Bears unite the city in the same way, even just for a while. But at the same time, they've been abysmal since I've been on the planet Earth. So what do I expect much from the Bears? No. And that's why I can't support them. The Bears are just one of those teams. If you do find yourself supporting or trying to like, they will find a way to upset you. They will find a way to get to the bottom of the NFC North and just remain there. Like I was saying, talking to my big homie earlier, we was discussing Justin Fields, and I was of the opinion that Justin Fields was a bust, trash, all of that. Well, long story short, my homie convinced me otherwise and telling me that Justin Fields was actually legit and that he didn't have the backing, the coaching and all that good stuff to really put him in a position of success. And so once he told me that, I kind of sat back, did some further research, seeing that yes, Justin Fields had a different coach every season he played in Chicago. It was unfair for me to put all of the pressure on his shoulders. So after reevaluating my personal opinion, I was a fan of Justin Fields staying in Chicago. This is prior to the trade and all that good stuff. I was rooting for Justin Fields stay in Chicago, get him some consistency. We finally got some weapons. Well, no, I hate to say we. Looking as far as the Bears situations, the Bears situation, they finally have some weapons around this kid. Defense is always decent in Chicago, so let's see what happens. Let's give it another go at it. Running back, we got Keenan Allen, another option. So he can't be doubled. DJ Moore can't be doubled. Got a nice tight end. I forget the kid's name. So everything was looking on the up and up. And then they trade Justin Fields. So now I am at the point where I'm interested. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about the Chicago Bears. I'm very interested. I'll be following the storyline, of course. Also paying attention to what the Commanders are doing, as well as they are in the mix. And let's not count out the New England Patriots as well, as they are beginning a new era out there with Jared Mayo, Coach Mayo, and all that kind of stuff. And with Dan Quinn in Washington. Like I say, it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of organizations looking to move into their new eras, quote unquote. So I'm interested to see what happens next. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. It is your boy Tony the Savant. Please go by the platforms as mentioned in the beginning of this video: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Make sure you like the four corners of the Savant brand. Subscribe and all that good stuff, especially here at the YouTube. Again, comment, man. Please comment as y'all's introspects and all that stuff. Your opinions definitely affect how I report the sports. I am not one of them dudes that gets so hung up on my own opinions that I won't come up here and actually, make a decent video. A lot of people accuse me of being a LeBron James fan. I mean, a LeBron James hater. But when LeBron James does something good, I give my boy credit. All right. Like I said, that interview with him and JJ Redick wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. And so I gave LeBron James his credit where I could anyway. And actually that show, The Real MVP, is actually my night show. I dropped that first episode reviewing LeBron James' first episode of his podcast with JJ Redick. If y'all go check that out, I feel like that's super dope. I enjoyed doing that video. But nonetheless, swing by the platforms. Give your boy a follow. Also, shout out to the Legacy Over Money Sports Network, Legacy Over Money team. That's my crew, my clique, my fam. And just have a great day, man. I definitely appreciate the love and support. I just ask that you all go out here, get into this beautiful world and get a goal accomplished, set a goal, and then get it accomplished. And you know my slogan, I'm the only one that can get the job done. So let me get back to work. The takeover will be live streamed. Peace.